G'day guys, and welcome back to another Oztrek Gelsoft edition. And what we're doing today is we're going through the AWM and the metal bolt version, of course. And it is a metal bolt. It's definitely not nylon, as I have heard a few people say that they've got them with the nylon bolt there. It's got to be the metal bolt one, although it has a nylon piston. That's what we're fixing and changing today. We're going to go through and put a nice stainless, open this one up here. Make sure we don't lose that little green O-ring there while we've got it. So this is off a place called xanadutoys.com. I recommend going there if you're after anything Swift Hawk. As you can see, the quality of this is really second to none. So we're going to need that one out there. Also, make sure we don't lose this little one here. We'll keep that one right on the side. And we've got a nice metal piston kit. So we're going to open this one up here, see what that one's like. Absolutely bloody beautiful quality that is. Cool, cool. So what we have for the end of that, for the actual cap, and I do believe that when you put this one in, we have a little hole just here, and when we take the actual metal bolt out itself here, on the back half of this bit here, there is it's a tool basically just to go in there and to tighten it up, its last couple of notches when it goes on the end here. So this does look really good quality so far. What else have we got here? We've got a replacement hop up, or sorry, a center hop, which is just a T-piece essentially, you might want to call it. We actually do have a proper AWM hop up. Have had a few people asking me about the risers. We'll show you what I did with the riser as a custom fit. I had a metal riser and I ended up putting a plastic customized version of a plastic one in it. But this one here is a little 3D printed, made to fit the, of course, metal barrel. So now the problem that people are going to have is the very end of the blaster here, where the cap screws on. The plastic ones, just double check it myself, on the inside of it, I don't know if you can see down there, but there's nothing in here to stop it as far as the T-piece is concerned. So some people have to make their own custom pieces, but if you do buy the right hop up for it, it'll sit in nice and snug. Cool, no wobbles there, gets everything nice and center. So worth the actual hop up for it, the real one. We've got all of our bits and pieces here. This is a spring that did come with the AWM. When I bought the AWM, I got it with a spare spring. We'll get our spring here, 1.2 spring in this one, which is the maximum that they have recommended to put in it, no more than a 1.2. That's fortunate. I suppose it did come with it. I have heard that the back piece could blow off with too hectic a spring in it, say a 0.4 or 5 in it, a 1.5 or something, would actually force the back out and that wouldn't be cool. So the one thing that I'm really looking to get rid of here is this barrel, because when you're running around with these things, the first thing to get snapped off is the barrel. And I'll show you what I did with the actual hop up inside here. So I'll take this one off, because and I'll show you what I mean. So I will pull this apart. So this is the riser system, the plastic one that I customized. Basically, I had to drill a couple of extra holes in here, because you can do it. You just got to drill a couple of little holes here, and then just use some little grubs to go in there and tighten it right off. But it's extremely effective. It works extremely well. Yeah, it works really good. It makes all the difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this thing apart. This is a really nice sight. So I use this for taking on and off any of my pieces that I want to use. Example, I do have the oh, you've seen it before. I do have the another Swift Hawk as well, but it's not the AWM. So yeah, this is quite a nice sturdy little little sight. It's very good. It's quite weighty. I do like it. It has a nice feel to it. It's even got 10 yards on there, which is good. That means that these things are made for using these. So I mean, this is cool. So we'll put this aside and we'll get into the ripping into this. First of all, another spare barrel inner. So this is the kit here. Inner, outer barrels, your piston kit, your pistons, and possibly going to put the new spring in it too. I mean, why not? Make sure you're using the right grease, or super lube, sorry. That actually does come with it, so use the recommended one, or super lube. You can't go wrong with it. It's really good. And for your blasters, your other ones, make sure you fill them with grease, so don't forget that. So what else have we got? I think that's it, guys. Let's just tear into it. This is way too long overdue, and I'm way too excited. So I'm just going to start pulling all this apart now. We need a screwdriver. Yeah, let's see. What else we got? Let's get a couple of Allen keys happening, and that's all you need. This is actually the one I believe comes with the Swift Hawks. It works. It's good. Just be very careful that you don't burr any of the screws. That's all. So, hope you all guys have been well through the Rona episode that we've been having lately. This is really good, by the way. This is the full metal one. Here, look, listen to the clunk. These are really good. It's worth it. Just get one, guys. Get the full metal one. Don't bother with the other cheaper nasties. They're useless. I have got one on one of my other ones, but this thing here, honestly, it's epic. It really is. It's got a lot of pressure under it. It doesn't fall when you go to lay down on it like that. It doesn't want to fold up. It's got a lot of tension in here. Where the cheaper ones, as soon as you put any pressure on them, boom, they just want to fall straight away. Not good. And it's got the 360 mount on it too, so you can put it on something with a 360 swivel on it. Also very handy. Alright, let's make this thing what it was meant to be. Now, you can see the original little spring down there inside it. That's what we're removing today. And removing all of this garbage. So, let's do it. This is the neck release for the barrel. Cool. this is the bit that we want. So a lot of people have feeding issues with this here. Just make sure you get everything lined up properly and you won't have any issues. Also, everyone complains that you get about 15-20 gels left in here. If you reach inside your blaster with the mag out and push down the little switch here, hold it back on an angle, they'll all roll out. So you don't need to take 15-20 shots to get that thing back through again. Just hasn't been put together properly in the first place if they're getting jammed up here. So take your time with it. So far this seems to be the most successful video of the AWM unboxing. 260 feet, which is a pretty average. It did have higher shots than that, standard. And yeah, you know, it's a great little blaster. Well, it's bloody huge, it's not little. But yeah, I recommend it. I just don't recommend upgrading it too much, because you could have some dramas with it. It does say not to put a bigger spring in it. This did come with it, so it's going in. This is 1.2. 1.2 is good for me. What else we got here? Right, so it's all still good there. Looks like it actually uses, oh, it's a very similar one. Yep, so we keep this one here just so we can reuse it in case that this one's gone in the future and not providing us with enough puff. Cool. So this is going to get replaced, obviously, with this. Alright, now we've got this torn apart quickly. We've got a completely empty barrel here for the metal one. Don't know if you can see straight through that, but there's nothing in that one at all. What's going to stop everything from going backwards is the hop-up spacer, so it does pay to get one, as it's the right fit for this as a spacer. So you need that. Is that my light disappearing on me over there? Also, when you super glue, use a bit of glue to put this on here for the new inner barrel. I mean, always put something on it. That's what's actually stopping this bit from coming out. But on this side here, right here, is a little plastic divot that basically does the exact same thing as that right there. Holds it dead center, and that's its whole purpose. This one doesn't have one, and like I was saying, I have a custom hop up on the end of this one, a custom plastic riser. So this one here will do the exact job. Simple as that. So can't wait to get that one going. That's going to be fun. Well, I put this little piece together because it's obviously not that complicated. We're just going to lube everything up, pull everything apart, put it back together exactly as it came out. It's not the most tricky beast in the world. Little pins in here, and mate, simple as. Someone's having trouble doing this. I still really like that though. Look at that. That's a really nice solid. They say the trigger on these are flimsy. These are the solidest trigger I've got so far. It's really good. Even the locks on it are really good. You can see where they want to go a bit though, just in there, like they could wear out at that spot. But it's a toy. It's all it's made for, and it's definitely one of the better grade ones that I've seen. I am a little iffy about putting a bigger spring in the back here. Let's just actually open it up before we put it on fast. And that's all that's holding it on. And it is plastic inside it, so I see why they're saying don't put anything crazy in there. Wow, plenty of lube in that, isn't there? Jeez. Heaps. That's also the tool piece. that tightens this bit here up. Right, so when we take this out of here, oops, that is, this bit here goes into here and tightens up like that. Right, and if anyone's having their doubts if that's metal or not, it's absolutely metal. You can see where it's been etched away back to silver there. Yeah. Know what I mean? The casting in this bolt probably could be a little bit less than desirable on the inside as the casting. It's not pulling back any weight. If it breaks, weld it. What are you worried about? You know? This is the weakest link here, so let's just keep these screws together. And let's put this all together. I'll put this on time lapse for everyone, and whoop, we don't lose this little bit in here, which is the last little bit that's there. It's in there with a tiny, tiny, tiny little spring. So try not to lose any of these parts. They'll just flip out and go everywhere. But other than common sense, let's do it, boys. Let's get some sniper stuff happening. So what I'm about to do is pop this little divot out here, which is locking the actual piston in, and seeing as though I'm not actually going to change, that was actually pretty hard to get out to, but seeing as though I'm not actually going to change this piston at all, I'm just going to remove it completely. So I'm just going to remove this completely, take the whole thing out, and then I'll put together this little one here, and then all we're going to have to do then is just swap them over, quite literally. This looks really good, so let me get some, this is going to be messy. Lovely. So fill that up a bit. Just putting a bit everywhere. There it is. All in there. Lovely. So we just put that one together. We'll stick this, lock this in. That could not be more simple. There we are. 1.2 installed. Very good. Now we just need to get this thing in there. I did get this spring that goes in here, but I'm not actually pulling apart the gearbox today, so I'm just going to keep this one for later, and that little spring just sits in here, and when you pull it down, I don't know if we can see that, it levers back and forth to release it. But I believe the one in there is okay. It is definitely metal. It looks good. Might just be cast. This might just be a bit stronger, but this actually looks fairly cast. Anyways, onto it. I'll put it on. this is some of the shots that we have previously on it, and I will bring these up as a screenshot on the actual computer. And it's 274, 276, 282, 282, 279. It's pretty consistent. And what we're going to do is take a couple of shots through the new chrono. So let's delete this info. Right. Now, you're not going to be able to see what comes up on that properly, so I will actually put the screen in front of you. Right, we've got blank screen. We've got this all put back together. It really is nice. It looks beautiful there. Lovely. So, let's do it. Let's test this. Puts a hole through very thick cardboard very easily. So let's check the chrono. $2.95. $2.95.5. $2.92.5. $313.5. Low one at 287. 307.3. Crappy one, 244, so that was a dud gel. 298.4. All the consistent gels are working. 282.0. That was 200, that was a real low one. Well, actually, chrono is not reading at the moment. 304.3. 301.4. 298.4. This is a very consistent blaster. Very consistent. This, you can pick it up here like that now. Really easy. Love that. Let's have a quick squeeze. We go down here. 298, 301, 304. There's a couple of low shots there at 200, 244. And we've got the 313. So let's have a quick look at the history. It's very consistent. Awesome. So grab a screenshot of that and throw it up on the screen. And throw that one up on the screen too. Right, I just wanted to give a quick shot. As we can see, the last shot here is 298.4. I want to give a quick one. Just through the side here. Basically you aim 3 quivs down. So, I don't know if anyone can see through that, but she's good. This cap on the front, it's a bit useless, but let's have a quick squeeze shot. It's bloody accurate from about 40 meters so far that I've tested, so anyways. Gotta love a moving target, eh? Out of gels. All good. So for those of you that don't know how to release the rest of the gels from the cartridge that are in here, on the inside here, if you reach up, there's a little lever that goes up when you put the mag in. When you tip it up this way, release that, they'll all come running out. That way you can throw new gels through it, do new tests with different gels, as it is quite important. So I'm going to throw some more gels in this one and just give it a couple more shots, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So far I do highly recommend the AWM. This is my opinion, just personal opinion, don't have to follow that, but it's solid. It's bloody solid. It's seriously epic gear. This sight is a really nice sight. Worth getting. I think you can get them from M4A1 gel blasters. Give those guys a look. Didn't get this through there, nor the blaster, but you can get all these parts here. Metal barrel, you can get metal Picatinny rails. I just left the nylon, though you can get all the bits and pieces. Metal shroud, new mags as well. They're not metal though, but new mags. And also all the piston kit, which is full metal, as you can see. And it bloody works a treat, man. So average of, I'd say 300, quite easily. It's a good 300 consistent blaster. Before, it was still shooting 40 meters very accurately. So if that says anything, buy it. Go out and get one. I do have the other Swift Hawk, has a nylon bolt, all the nylon guts and everything. I don't really trust putting a bigger spring in that one. I wouldn't really go any more than a 1.2 in this, but anyways, have fun. It's a great little blaster.